We interrupt our program with a special bulletin.
Hi, I'm Elise from Richmond, Virginia.
And I'm Kyle Mullaney, your friendly neighborhood anarchist from Richmond, Virginia as well. And today we bring to you the news from Underground. I guess we'll start off with the USPS motto, I guess unofficial mottos. They say, neither snow nor rain, nor heat, nor gloom of night stays these curs from the swift completion of throwing your private property in the fucking trash can. And that's how much respect they have towards you as a customer. It was recently reported that 2 postal workers were caught throwing away trash, throwing away parcels of mail, your private property, and the trash can. And they confessed to that as well. What was the name of one of them?
Eric Marshall, and his reasoning behind it was that apparently he couldn't make the deadline. So instead of calling his boss and saying, hey, maybe I need to stay on the clock a little bit longer, or maybe pick this back up tomorrow, or pass it off to another employee, he just threw it in the trash. Problem solved, right?
Right, and so this is the kind of stuff that you would expect in a monopolized organization called USPS, in which they've outlawed competition. Remember, it's illegal and criminal for FedEx, UPS, and DHL to deliver pieces of paper. They can only deliver packages, but of course, they've outlawed competition, so there's no need for them to improve. There's no need for them to have quality customer service. And as a result of that, you'll have the economic effects of lazy workers, of people who feel they can get away with trashing your private property. And of course, that's the amount that he just got caught recently, right? There's another person that also got caught recently in the thousands of parcels of mail that were found in the trash can. But think about all the number of other mail that he hasn't got caught and trashing, right? This isn't in one isolated incident. This happens a lot and frequently, and we're going to show you where and how. And so with that, yeah, that's what you have, trash. I guess I'll take a look and see maybe there is some some parcel mail.
Fingers crossed.
There
we go. What do you know?
No, just kidding. This is mine. But yeah, I'm just saying, be on the lookout. If you do some investigative work. I mean, they do this often. This is government. Fraud and waste is what they're good at, right? At your expense. And it's disgusting, what you see out there. They come to your house, saying that they're here to provide you a service, but that's not the case, right? And again, this is only those who have been caught. It's just a very rampant waste and abuse and fraud is very rampant in government. USPS is a good reminder of how these government monopolies function. So with that, want to go check out the next stop?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
While we're making our way over to the next crime scene, let's recap some of this year's fiasco with everyone's favorite monopoly on first-class mail. Early in March, hundreds of legal notices to appear in court, lest they be kidnapped for not showing up, went missing in Hancock County, Indiana. In February, a truck full of mail in Uncasville, Connecticut went missing as well. Of course, no one was notified of the missing packages that went into the trash. It was up to them to find out for themselves as to its whereabouts. Again in February, in nearby Norfolk, Virginia, a couple came across trash bags tossed into a ravine near their home and discovered hundreds of pieces of private property thrown away. They even saw the postal carrier near the scene of the crime. Last month, in Charlotte, North Carolina, missing mail led to the discovery of a postal worker throwing it away in a dumpster, some suggesting it was to lighten the load, like he was playing Oregon Trail. Again, no notification was given to those having their property stolen and discarded like trash. Again in April, in the city of McCordsville, Indiana, a postal worker was caught, this time not throwing away private property, but stealing it for himself. Apparently, he stole countless amounts of gift cards that were intended for loved ones. The list is endless. The amount of disrespect for private property runs rampant in USPS, an organization that does not care for customer services, but only how much they can steal at your expense. And now, let's go to the next USPS crime scene here in Richmond.
And here we are at the Canterbury Square Apartments, the crime scene at which a postal service worker,
Ashley
Gokey, was caught, confessed to the crime of disrespecting private property by trashing it in one of these trash cans out here in this vicinity. So what was her excuse? Do you remember recall that?
A lapse of judgment, I believe.
A lapse of judgment. What do you think that entails? Like she knew what she was doing?
I feel like I could use that excuse for almost anything if I want to.
Right.
I think I'm going to start.
It means, like, I guess that she had momentarily deviation from what she normally does. But of course, you're working in a vocation that disrespects private property to begin with. Remember, the post office is funded through taxes, very low interest rates of federal loans that are given to them at your expense. So it's in alignment, I would say, with her judgment, right, of disrespecting private property, of trashing your values, trashing the things in worth and value that you hold dear. And so she lives here in this apartment building, one of these here, of course. So yeah, I would say it was very convenient, you would say. Coming home, like maybe the same kind of excuse the other guy had of, well, couldn't meet the deadline, I didn't have enough time. So
Yeah, that's her.
yeah, come home, eat a Hot Pocket, play some Nintendo or five and just throwing the rest in the trash can, right? That's how government cares about you. That's how they don't function as a real business service. Remember, they can't go bankrupt. I mean, inevitably, their own funded liabilities and they'll collapse. But this is the kind of service you have with government. There's no competition for improvement of that quality, and you'll have people like Ashley Goki and what was the other guys? Eric Marshall.
Eric Marshall.
Yeah, will just continue to violate your private property, your valuables, things in sanctity that you hold dear that you would like to have a business respect, right? So because of that lack of obligation, same thing with police. Have no obligation to provide you that service, you're going to have a lot of Ashley Gokis out there disrespecting, throwing your important materials out there in the trash. So this is Cal Molinay,
Velashka Torre,
reporting from Liberate RVA. See you guys at Victory Party, and take good care.
I'm ready to master on my tormented past. Swallow the pain, follow the mental terrain. It takes a hell of a man nowadays to maintain garments bloodstained, face bruised and battered, eyes reflect agony of dreams that were shattered. It never mattered to the so-called general public about my nation's situation and how we rise above it, and they love it. When we self-destruct and kill a home, and the greater responsibility, yes, it's still our home. We should know by now that the system is designed for our demise. If we arrive, we'll be left behind. Dollar signs rule. But what about the fool who falls victim to the material world?